The phone rang, shattering the calm of my beach vacation. "Mr. Callahan, your house is on fire." "It appears to be an accident," the voice said. I stood, heart pounding, sand still clinging to my feet. 15 years as a federal prosecutor had taught me one truth: there are no accidents when you've refused to pay the neighborhood's $600 a month protection fee demanded by a so-called homeowners association with no legal authority, just torches and audacity. I had one choice: let them destroy everything my family built or use every skill I'd honed to make this HOA rue the day they targeted me. Comment where you're watching from, because what unfolded didn't just save my home, it rewrote the law. We never planned to move to Crestwood Pines, but when my wife, Emily, was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer last summer, living near Seattle's top oncology center became non-negotiable. At 47, I was ready to trade courtroom battles for a quieter life, or so I thought. The real estate agent hesitated as I signed the papers. "Crestwood is a tight-knit community, Mr. Callahan," she said, her smile strained. "Just read the neighborhood guidelines carefully." I nodded, more focused on Emily's upcoming chemo than HOA rules. When asked about my job, I said I was a freelance data analyst. It was easier than explaining my real career. The moving truck hadn't even left when a sharp knock interrupted our unpacking. Catherine Lyle, with polished red nails and a smile that didn't reach her eyes, introduced herself as Crestwood Pines HOA president. She handed me a thick folder. "Your HOA registration packet. The $600 monthly fee is due on the 1st. We'll need your bank details by tomorrow." I frowned. "My contract explicitly states this property is HOA exempt." Catherine's smile tightened. "Your agent was mistaken. Everyone pays." Her tone carried a threat I'd heard before: arrogance backed by power. "I'll review my paperwork," I said evenly. Her eyes flashed. "Non-compliance makes things difficult, Mr. Callahan. Welcome to Crestwood." Over coffee, my neighbor, Mark Reynolds, a 58-year-old retired firefighter, warned me. "Catherine's HOA isn't normal. Watch yourself." He glanced around nervously. "Check your property deed and get cameras." That night, Lisa Chen, another neighbor, whispered, after I refused their fees, my tires were slashed, my mail vanished, and my fence was vandalized. Catherine's daughter, Rachel, works for Pinnacle Properties, buying up homes here. It's all connected. The next morning, a notice on my door claimed my mailbox violated HOA standards, $200 fine. It was brand new. Through the window, I saw Catherine and a young woman photographing my yard. At the county records office, I confirmed my property was exempt from the HOA covenant. Catherine was extorting residents who didn't know better. I installed security cameras that night. Emily watched, worried. "James, what's happening?" "Just a precaution," I assured her, checking the feeds. An email from Catherine arrived: "Final notice, refusal to join the HOA will result in consequences." I'd faced worse than a power-hungry HOA president in my career. What she didn't know was that my cameras were rolling from day one. The next morning, my 15-year-old son, Ethan, shouted from the garage. Our car was spray-painted with "Join or Burn." Emily gasped, her hands trembling. "Who would do this?" The footage showed Rachel Lyle and 2 men defacing our car at 3:42 a.m. I saved the video and called the police. The officer, Catherine's cousin, shrugged. No clear faces, no case. I wasn't surprised. Later, I learned the sheriff was her brother-in-law. The local system was rotten. At Emily's chemo session, I met a real estate lawyer who confirmed my exemption but warned, "These disputes can turn nasty." Back home, Emily whispered, "Moms at Ethan's school avoid me. They say we're lowering property values." I told her everything: Catherine's threats, the fake notices, the footage. "We document it all," I said. "We fight with evidence, not fists." At an HOA meeting, Catherine targeted me publicly, hinting I had shady ties while avoiding direct slander. Neighbors whispered, avoiding my gaze. Mark and Lisa approached afterward. "She's never smeared anyone like this," Mark said. "You're a threat because you know you're exempt," Lisa added. I nodded. "I need to know her endgame." A forged city letter claimed my house violated non-existent codes. Then, HOA records revealed penalty fees funneled to Catherine's personal account, not community funds. That night, my cameras caught Rachel and two men trashing Emily's garden, her sanctuary during treatment. A note stabbed into the soil read, "Accidents happen to those who don't obey." I hired a private investigator, a former colleague. His report was damning. Catherine faced fraud charges in Oregon years ago. Rachel's Pinnacle Properties was buying homes for a commercial development. The HOA was their muscle. When Ethan came home crying, classmates taunted him as a felon's kid. Emily had a panic attack, landing her in the hospital. I found another forged letter claiming our house faced foreclosure. That night, I decided defense wasn't enough. At the next HOA meeting, I stood, holding the bylaws. I request the HOA's financial records for the past 3 years, as per Section 6, Paragraph 4. Catherine deflected, but the treasurer, Harold Voss, looked uneasy. Later, he slipped me a flash drive at a diner. Catherine's been skimming funds for years. Rachel's company gets bloated contracts. They threatened my son's job when I questioned it. A text from an unknown number read, "I know about Catherine. Meet me." A car's camera flash glinted outside. They were watching, but I was ready. In secret, I met 5 families who'd faced similar harassment, fines, vandalism, threats. One couple said Catherine threatened to report them to social services. An elderly man lost his orchard to code violations. I recorded their stories, building my case. Catherine escalated. Our power was cut, tampered wiring. Emily was confronted post-chemo, "Your husband's making enemies. Accidents happen." I needed more. Harold revealed Catherine kept 2 sets of books, one for show, one funneling $2 million to her and Rachel's accounts. When Ethan collapsed at school, doctors found a prescription sedative in his system. Cafeteria footage showed an HOA board member, Karen Holt, near his water bottle. I called my old colleague, Sarah Klein, now with the FBI. "This is racketeering, James, arson, fraud, assault. We need intent." I planted a recorder in a gift basket sent to Catherine with a note begging to talk. That night, she met Rachel and board members. "We burned Callahan's house," Catherine said. "Insurance pays, he leaves." I moved Emily and Ethan to a hotel, installed fire alarms, and waited. At 2:03 a.m., my phone pinged. Cameras caught Rachel and 2 men dousing my garage with gasoline. Flames erupted, but sprinklers and firefighters contained it. Catherine arrived, feigning sympathy. "Such a tragedy. Old wiring, probably. We'll buy your lot cheap." I played defeated, letting Catherine gloat while I handed the FBI everything: footage, financials, testimonies. Lisa called, terrified. Rachel threatened my house next. The FBI moved fast, uncovering Catherine's schemes across 4 states. I called Catherine, voice broken. "I'm done. Let's discuss selling." At Pinnacle's office, she offered 55% of my home's value. "Accidents are common," she smirked. I nodded. "And Ethan's illness?" She scoffed, "Kids get sick." My recorder caught it all. The office door opened. FBI agents stormed in. "Catherine and Rachel Lyle, you're under investigation for fraud, extortion, and attempted murder." Catherine's face collapsed. "Who are you?" she spat. An agent answered, "James Callahan, federal prosecutor." I'd kept my career quiet, but now it was my weapon. They were arrested, along with the sheriff and 3 board members. At a community meeting, I revealed my identity. "I'm James Callahan, a federal prosecutor. I moved here for my wife's treatment, not to uncover a criminal empire. But your HOA was a front for a multi-state land grab." Gasps echoed. The trial was a media storm. Catherine got 25 years, Rachel, 14. Harold's testimony exposed $2 million in fraud. Victims won damages from seized assets. A Senate committee on HOA reform invited my input, citing the case's national impact. Emily's cancer went into remission. Ethan healed, with therapy. Mark led a new, transparent HOA, slashing fees. A year later, the Attorney General offered a high-level DOJ role. I declined, my family needed me more. Instead, I joined a task force on HOA oversight, working from our rebuilt home. At a neighborhood barbecue, a new couple asked, "Why's everyone so welcoming?" I smiled. "Welcome to Crestwood, where no one burns your house for saying no to the HOA. Thanks for riding this roller coaster with QA stories. The next one's wilder."